for coming to attend the press briefing just prepared by Ethiopian Embassy here in Dar es Salaam. I think my briefing points focus on. The first one is the latest development of the Tigray region, and the second one is the status of tripartite negotiation, Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. The third one is the border dispute between Ethiopia and Sudan, and the last one is the upcoming general election of Ethiopia. So I'm going to brief one by one or those points. The first one is just the latest development of the Tigray region. Let me give you some background how this conflict or happened or evolved since the new prime minister came into the power. Massive policy reforms undertaken for the last 3 years in Ethiopia. The new government introduced deep reforms that brought hopes to many Ethiopians and beyond. Majority of Ethiopians and international community recognize and support this agenda, these policy reforms introduced by the new government. But the TPLF, Tigray People Liberation Front, that was the dominant party for the last 27 years, resists the reform introduced by a new government in order to maintain the status quo. TPLF also, that is the dominant party of the last 27 years, and lose its dominant due to the wider protests against the TPLF. TPLF involved in planning, organizing, and implementing different violence and conflict in different parts of Ethiopia. By violating constitution, TPLF conducted illegal regional election without approving the National Electoral Board. Finally, TPLF attacked Ethiopian National Defense Force located in northern part of Ethiopia and looted military equipment and killed a lot of National Defense Force officers and civilians also. Due to this is the immediate cause for the rise of conflict. Due to this, the federal government of Ethiopia forced to take law enforcement operation to defend and protect the sovereignty of the country and the constitution. This is the background how the conflict evolved. Right now, the law enforcement measures in Tigray region is completely successfully. So the federal National Defense Force control over all the region, including the regional capital. The recent engagement of our government in the Tigray region is, I think, the government identify the priority areas. The first priority is rehabilitate and reconstruct the region. Here, the TPLF, that is the crime group, destroy critical infrastructure, including road, bridge, airport, telecom, and electricity, and other infrastructure, public infrastructure. So the first priority is so rebuild and reconstruct these infrastructures in order to provide the public service. So the other banks were closed. People were not able to withdraw money to buy necessity. The local market was also disrupted. This created serious shortage of this commodity. Therefore, it took a lot of effort, including allocation and diversion of scarce resources to maintain these damaged infrastructures. So our government allocates a huge resource in order to reconstruct and rehabilitate the region. The other point here, important point is restore peace and stability in the region, one of the region. So government is initiating plans to have wide range of consultation with elders and the youth and community in the region to make the peace process sustainable. The second priority of our government is the humanitarian assistance. Provide the humanitarian assistance for affected peoples. So the government has established emergency coordination center in order to coordinate safe, efficient, and effective delivery of humanitarian assistance. Accordingly, food and non-food items were delivered around 4.5 million people. The number of beneficiaries increased due to lack of banking service. There is no transaction. There is a transaction, but the banks are already disrupted by these crime groups. Market failure also, the other issues. These and other factors can make rise the number of beneficiaries. Thus, Ethiopian government so far covering 70% of the cost is covered by Ethiopian government. The remaining 30% is covered by development partners. So the 70% of resource mobilized from the central government. The remaining 30% is just covered by the development partners, including national, international NGOs. So the international community should support the government that is still covering 70% of the delivery of reaching 4.5 million people so far. The other issue is, the other priority is the human rights issues. This is not only the priority of our government, it's the concern of international community. Here, Ethiopia had made its position clear on the issue of alleged human rights abuses and crimes committed in the Tigray region by reaffirming its full commitment to undertake thoroughly investigation and bring the crime groups to justice. The relevant Ethiopian authorities, that is the Attorney General, Police Commission, and the Independent Ethiopian Human Rights Commission are undertaking the necessary investigation work right now, which will enable the government to take concrete measures to comprehensively address the issues, that is the human violation issues. This is a concern of international community also. So the Ethiopian Human Rights Commission and the Office of High Commission for Human Rights, UN, have issued joint statement to conduct joint investigation regarding the violation, human rights violation. The government also has expressed its readiness to engage closely with the AU Commission and other institutions of the AU in the spirit of finding African solution to African problems. So our government also invite the AU Commission to involve and participate, investigate what happened, or that crime or violation of human rights in the region. Thus, the government is committed to bring crime groups to justice based on findings of the joint investigation between the two institutions.